Habs fans, you know we gotta talk about Mr. Cole Caufield, Hobey Baker Award winner for 2021 this year. And look, if you take a look at the Montreal Canadiens right now, yes, there are some needs on defense, okay? But what is a big thing that have plagued the Montreal Canadiens for years now, that they've been searching so hungrily for this many years? It's goal scoring. They need a pure, talented goal scorer. And you know what? The funny thing is, they have one, okay? This is not the time to go out and get Taylor Hall, okay? This is not the time to go out and get a guy like Mike Hoffman. I don't think so anyways. I think this is the time to look in your organization and take a look at a guy like Cole Caufield. Now, of course, the obvious counter-argument to this is that no, you don't want to rush him. You don't want to rush him, have the next Nail Yakupov or the next big hyped-up young superstar kid, and then he turns out to be nothing because he was rushed up to the NHL. Yes, I know you don't want that. But 3 goals and 4 points in 2 games with the Laval Rocket in the AHL, that's nothing to sneeze at. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's just the AHL, man. I could score 5 goals in the No, you can't. No, you can't. The AHL is a much harder league than people give it credit for. And you know what? He just came out of college where he was playing against kids his age. He's playing against men now. Professional hockey level men, okay? This is not an easy league. He's not walking into shinny hockey. He's not playing pond hockey out there. This is not easy. And look, I know, oh, it's only 2 games. I get it. But let's also appreciate the fact that what he's doing is not easy. Now, what's the other knock on the American sniper here? Oh, it's his height, his size. He's too small. He's going to get up to the NHL and he's just going to get bodied around. He's not going to have any success, blah, 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 blah. Look, the NHL has changed from what it was in the 80s, 90s, even early 2000s when you had guys like Scott Stevens running around. It's a different game now. Guys like Cole Caufield, they can score for you, and they can score big. I mean, look no further than guys like Alex DeBrincat, Patrick Kane, Johnny Gaudreau. This is a league where, look, it's not dominated by small players, but small players can definitely have success. And I know there's going to be a pocket of Habs fans here rolling their eyes. Ugh, the last thing we need is to get smaller. We've been such a small team for so long. I don't want to get smaller. Dude, this kid's an alien. He is an exception. Trust me, if you bring him up to the big club, you will not regret it. And speaking of that, when will this kid get called up? Now, if you're in Quebec and you watch L'Antichambre, they were mentioning it that they think maybe a couple weeks away is when Caufield is going to come. Not months, not next season, weeks. And Elliot Friedman on Saturday headlines on Hockey Night in Canada mentioned that he will not be in the AHL for much longer. What does that mean? Who knows for exact timelines, but it means that he's probably not going to be in the AHL for much longer, right? And if the Habs are able to free up some very valuable cap space at this upcoming trade deadline, and if they're not able to get a good offensive player like a Taylor Hall or a Mike Hoffman, and if they keep having scoring struggles like they've been having, Cole Caufield will come up and he will help with that. And Joël Bouchard mentioned it after his first game, the coach of the Laval Rocket. He said, this guy's got a gift. He's got a natural gift for scoring goals. You can't teach that. And he's very right. You can't teach that. That's why I said he's an alien, okay? Bring him up, Montreal, and you will not regret it. Now again, of course, you have to mention the fact that if he is rushed, if he's not ready to be in the NHL and you bring him up, it could very well hurt his development. You look at a guy like Ryan Poehling. Yes, he's on the upswing right now, but he scores a hat trick in his very first NHL game, and since then, he hasn't done very much, and he's been in the AHL a regular there pretty much ever since, apart from a few games here and there. But what has Cole Caufield done at every level he's played? Okay, he hasn't been selling popcorn or selling hot dogs at every level he's played. No, he's scored goals everywhere he's been. That's why, look, the Habs, they're pretty safe. They're going to make the playoffs. Calgary's not going to catch them. I know people like to point to, oh, those 5 games the Flames have against the Habs. And trust me, I'm a Flames fan. I'm looking at those. But no. The Habs are not going to get caught by the Flames. This is the time in lower pressure situations to try and ease Caufield into this team. This doesn't mean play him in the playoffs. You don't need to give him playoff action with the Montreal Canadiens if he's not ready. But ease him in lower pressure situations. Like, dude, if he's there opening night next year, he's going to have a ton of pressure on him. But if you ease him in, say on a sleepy Tuesday against the Calgary Flames, maybe he scores, gets his confidence up, and if he doesn't, no harm, no foul. If he starts to struggle, you can just send him back down to the AHL where he can find his confidence and you bring him up next year. And next year, in that scenario, he's got a couple of NHL games under his belt. He's got all of that out of the way. He can play with less pressure. To me, I do think Cole Caufield should be called up relatively soon here because to me, it's a win-win scenario. Habs fans, let me know what you think. I personally think it's, like I said, it's a win-win. They should do it, and they should do it pretty soon here. But I want to know what you guys think. You guys are plugged in every single day. You bleed Montreal Canadiens red. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're new here, new hockey content every single day, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.